Well, hi, and welcome to another chapter of Proven Principles. My name is Jeff Gamagami, and today we're going to talk about the principle of learning. You know, you're probably listening to this series, and you're probably brand new in the business, or maybe you've had a few months, and you're kind of hitting your head against a wall, wondering why isn't it working for me yet? What's happening? And so, the first thing I want to talk about is the principles of learning. And this is something I learned years ago, and it helped me immeasurably in understanding where I was at, and that the learning is a process. And it's a process of time. You really can't cheat time. You're going to have to pay the price of learning. And so here's what I found, the different phases you're going to go through. I'll break it down into 4 quadrants. And the first phase you're going to go through is when you start the business, you're going to be unconsciously incompetent. Now what that means is you don't know what you're doing when you start out. So you boldly just jump into the business on, this will be easy, finding 12 people, 15 people. Man, this has got to be easy to do. And then very quickly you move into the next phase, which is when you become consciously incompetent. You start to realize, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's probably what you found yourself right now. That's why you found this series, and maybe someone has recommended you have a listen to these. So this is a place where all of a sudden you realize, gosh, I'm not sure. And to be honest with you, this is the place where most people quit. They get a bit of obstacle. They find it's a little bit harder than they think it's going to be, and they get discouraged. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't quit. Everything you're going to learn how to do is going to take some time, and if you take some time, listen to this series, get some personalized coaching from the person who introduced you, and perhaps a series of coaches you have, you're going to move into the next phase, which is down here, which is where you're consciously competent. Let's get that a little bit darker there. Consciously competent. And conscious competence is where now you'll start to know what to do, you'll get the mechanics, you'll start to be able to invite by yourself, you'll start to be able to present by yourself, you'll start to be able to close, but it feels a bit stiff. You know what you're doing, but it's a bit stiff, and I'll give you an analogy in a minute. Over time, with practice, you're going to move from conscious competence into unconscious competence. Now let me give you an example that I like, and it's when you learn to drive a car. You watched your parents, and you thought, for sure, this has got to be easy. And so you hop in the car, and you put the key in the ignition, and you stall it. And then you're sitting there, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, you want to drive because you've got a goal in mind. You want to be independent. And so you start to learn the mechanics of, okay, I'm going to push the clutch down. Now I've got the gear in first gear. Now I've got the gas going down and the clutch coming up. And I'm in first gear, I'm moving. Now I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm indicating. And you start to bunny hop, and you start to get the hang of it. But you're sitting there and thinking about everything. You're thinking consciously, left, right, mirror, center mirror, second gear, third gear, mirror, fourth gear, clutch, all these things. And you're starting to get yourself going. You're hanging onto the steering wheel so tight your hands are going white. With time, we all get to unconscious competence. And I'm sure you've all driven home and you thought to myself, gosh, how did I get here? Your mind was off drifting. Your conscious mind was watching the road, but your subconscious mind was off daydreaming, etc., thinking about different things, and it became second nature to you. And so what I'm here to tell you is that you will succeed. It just takes some time, and you've got to move past this conscious incompetence, and you've got to practice, work with your coaches, watch this series over and over again, get some encouragement, read good books, put good music and positive information. You can download all sorts of fantastic webinars and audio conference calls of people who've been successful all around the world. Feed yourself for confidence. You'll move into conscious competence. And then with practice, and you want to always ask yourself, and this is a key to success, with every single thing you do, what went well? What could have you done better? And then make incremental improvements every single day. That's how you master anything. And eventually, success will be with you beyond your expectations. I hope you enjoyed this little clip on Proven Principles. We'll be back with more chapters in the future. I wish you all success in the future. Bye for now.